Hey guys, it's Marissa and today I have a very fun video for you guys. We're going to be doing a girl talk, get ready with me. This one's a little bit different. I've never done a video like this, so this is going to be basically just things that I've learned in my early 20s because your girl is getting old. It is about to be my birthday. My birthday's May 10th if anybody cares. I'm gonna be 25, so I'm getting old. I saw somebody do this video and I can't think of her name right now, but I will have her video linked down below. I loved the idea. Like, I was like, this is such a fun idea, especially since I am turning 25. I feel like that's like a big milestone. I've been honestly freaking out about it. To me, I'm like, oh, my early 20s are over. Like, I need to be mature now. But I'm gonna kind of touch, I just kind of like mush it all together instead of like talking point by point. But it's gonna be on like relationships, working, like careers, mental health, and like friendships, just everything, like setting boundaries in life and just creating the life that you want, and just things that I've kind of like learned over the past, well, really my whole life. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. It's gonna be a get ready with me, so I will have everything linked down below. And yeah, I'm just gonna shut up so we can get started. Oh, also, if you guys are new here, I will have my Instagram right here and my TikTok right here. I make new videos every Thursday here on YouTube, but I'm on those two the most, so go follow me on there. And yeah, I will have a vlog for next week's video next Thursday, so make sure you're subscribed. It's gonna be my birthday vlog. And yeah, now let's just get started. Okay, we're just gonna get right into it. I am already prepped. I've been prepped. So I have my cute little notebook of everything we're gonna talk about. Okay, we're back. My camera died and we got literally nowhere, but that's great. I feel like 20, even 18 really. We'll categorize 18 into that. But like 18 to 25 is such a weird time. Like, I feel like I have been truly like 5 different versions of myself in these years. Like, every year, like, who was she? Like, I think back and I feel like I've lived 30 lives. And then on the other hand, I'm like, I feel like I could still be 17. Like, how the hell am I about to be 25? I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you learn so much about yourself in that time. Not saying everybody, but I feel like most people go through like a breakup in that time, or like you're trying to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life career-wise, or where you want to live, or how you want to live, or like you just figure out so much about yourself in that time. And so that's why we're gonna sit and talk about it. I'm not saying I'm like fully, well, I am kind of fully grown. I'm about to be old. And normally I'm a birthday whore. Like, I love birthdays. I love everybody's birthday. I think it's time to celebrate me and everybody. And like, I love my best friend's birthdays. I love my birthday. Like, I'm literally a birthday bitch. Except for this year is the first year I'm like, oh, I don't want it. And I think it's just like a mental thing of like, I feel old and I need to have my life together. Like, I'm having a quarter life crisis. I'm supposed to be a child. But anyway, yes, more of the story is, we're going to talk about all the things I've just kind of learned, just like my life experiences. I thought this was a cool video idea. But the main thing in my life that like has truly changed kind of everything is me realizing like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I hate to admit, but like, bitch, I did care. Like, in high school, I cared. Like, definitely I was embarrassed of shit I shouldn't have been embarrassed about. And now I've lived in 2 different states outside of my hometown, in 2 different like sides of the country, super far away. Both of them I went to alone. Like, I have learned that if you hate your life, you just pick up and restart. Like, that's allowed. Like, literally everything in your life, that's like the main thing, is everything in your life can change. For the good or for the bad, but like, if you are unhappy, fix it. And I know that's easier said than done, but like, I think when you're younger, it's so hard to understand that truly you can do whatever the hell you want. I think I didn't realize that until after high school. I had realized if I don't want to be friends with someone or see someone every day, it's hard because high school you are forced to see people and deal with things every day. But now it's like, if I don't want to deal with it, I don't have to. If I'm hating my job so much because it's toxic and this and that, bitch, quit. If somebody, like, you don't have to see people that you don't want to see, you know what I mean? If your hometown is toxic to you, bitch, move. You know what I mean? If you want to restart your career, go back to school or find a new job. Like, it's so, like, your life is truly yours. And I think that was a great realization for me, and also a scary one, because then it was like, okay, like, everything in your life is gonna be whatever you decide to make it. But the good thing is, like, to me that was like a scary realization and also a good realization, because at the same time it's like, you can though, like, anything that's not serving you and not the best thing for you, fix it. Like, at the end of the day, this is your life, and actually nobody gives a shit about your life except you, or as much as you, I should say. And I'm not saying you in like as a person, I'm saying your life of like what you do for work or what you do for this. And I think that was a big thing for me too, is I always felt like, oh, like I'm gonna be judged, because if you guys don't know, I feel like I've talked about it before, I like went to college first semester and then dropped out and went to cosmetology school instead. I'm still always like, oh my god, like maybe I should have went to college, like all this stuff. But yeah, that's my other thing with jobs and like finances. Do not, this is something that I did for so many years and I feel like regretful of it. I used to work 3 jobs and I would be proud. Like, I would be like, I work all the time, this and that. I went to therapy and found out that's like a trauma response, but it's okay. I think more than anything, I still like to like have, I mean, I still work 2 jobs, but they're like under 40 hours. I like to feel financially stable, but to be honest, work harder, not smarter. No, work smarter, not harder. Not harder and then not smarter, because that's what I did. But like, working your life away, especially young, is just not it. Like, it's not the way to live. You're gonna be burnt out, you're exhausted, and it's not worth it. Money is just money. As long as you can afford your life, you're good. You're fine. Who cares what jobs you're working? Nowadays, people get famous off literally 15-second videos on TikTok. So like, your life is too fragile to work 70 hours a week. It's not a flex to have, like, to be able to work 70 hours a week. Like, our bodies, you're living no life. And I'm just saying this, I'm not judging anyone. I'm saying this as somebody that did work 70 to 80 hours every week. Like, it's not, unless you absolutely have to, because don't get me wrong, there were times in my life that I had no choice. Like, that's just what I had to do. That's one thing, but it's not a long-term thing. Like, it's not something to brag about that you have to work that much. It's not, because I'm not rich. I'm not a millionaire. I had money and I got to go on cool vacations and whatever and pay for cool things that I wanted and moved across the country, and that's all cool and dandy, but like, I don't have anything to show for it. Nothing, except I missed family parties and missed birthdays, and you know what I mean? Like, it's just not worth it. So don't recommend. It's work smarter, not harder. So have different sets of income, whether that's investing, owning an online business, or doing social media, or an hourly job versus like a tip job, or whatever it is. Just don't, nobody gets rich working 80 hours a week. Nobody. You don't. I'm telling you, because I used to do it. People get rich off of working and making money when they're not working. Learn how to do that. Take classes on how to save money and invest money. That's something I really want to get into, and I wish that I got into it. I wish that I got into it when I was working 80 hours a week and could invest all that money. Just to learn, like, literally everything is a learning experience though, and that's fine. But now I feel like we're so blessed by having the internet and social media, where people literally make money off of telling you how to make money. Like, we love our parents, right? They are not always right. Especially if you're around, like, in your early 20s. Our parents are from a whole different generation where they didn't have the same resources that we have. Like, I didn't have TikTok growing up. I had YouTube though, and still, that was like a huge thing. Like, nobody back before YouTube was getting famous and becoming millionaires off of posting online. Like, that was literally unheard of. And now, at least YouTube, like, most of it was like, you had to have like some sort of skill, or like at least be funny, or it was a lot of work. People are literally getting famous as teenagers, 17, 16 years old, coming out of high school like a millionaire for dancing, making 10-second dancing videos. Like, that's what I mean when I'm just like, the world at this point has endless opportunities for you to make money besides like working your life away. The next thing is that I feel like has just taken me a long time to learn. Honestly, this is like more, I'm still learning this, to be honest with you, is like friendships or relationships, just people in general, and learning how to let people go. I think I've realized that I had a lot of codependency issues just like growing up or just for like most of my life, and I'm just now like in recent maybe like 2-3 years learning them, like unlearning that. I don't know, like just learning how to have healthy relationships, and nobody should be your happiness but you. Like you need to know that you're fine without a friend, without a boyfriend, without anybody. Like you've got it, like you're good. But yeah, that's with like time and trial and error, and there's still times where I catch myself and I'm like, Marissa, you're fine. Like you were fine before this person was in your life, and you'll be fine without them in your life. Codependency and stuff like that, you feel a lot better cutting people off that don't serve you. Like if somebody is not treating you well, if you have no codependency, you're not going to feel like you need them to stay in your life. So you're not going to think like, oh, what can I do to keep them in my life? Instead, it's like, okay, this person isn't serving me, they're not respecting my boundaries, they don't treat me with respect, whatever it is, goodbye, next. Like whether that's a friendship or a relationship, it goes for both. Yeah, that was like my big thing with relationships, like, or just people in general. Like if they, that's the other thing, if they're not serving you, you need to know how to like voice and communicate your boundaries or what you expect or what you want. And if they don't listen the very first time, you take that and you go. Like, okay. Either one, they don't respect you as a person, or two, they don't have enough respect for themselves or even know how to respect someone else, because how can you respect someone else if you barely respect yourself? And so that has nothing to do with you. Learning that people not fitting into your life or doing messed up things to you, it has nothing to do with you. That has to do with them, and it's not your responsibility to teach someone how to treat you. If you voice that something hurts your feelings and they don't immediately change, then you're gone. And the main thing that helped me notice that is like this is kind of what I use now. So like for example, like let's say I'm talking to a guy and he goes and out with another girl all night, never texts me, and then posts some picture with a girl. I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's say, I don't know, I'm bad at coming up with fake scenarios, but anyway, how I look at it is like, if I'm upset and I'm trying to make excuses for them, or like I can't understand, I'm like, okay, would I ever do that to them? Like would I ever think, would I do that to them? And always I'm like, no, of course I would never do that to them. That's messed up. And that's kind of how I realized like, oh, okay, so this person doesn't respect me or think of me the same way that I think of them, clearly. And then I just move on. And that's the other thing, once you learn codependency, it's a lot easier to just move on. You're just, okay, that's what it is, take it for what it is, and you move on. Like I said, once you learn that, I feel like relationships with people become a lot easier, but that also stems from your relationship with yourself. Like, it's very hard to break like a codependency cycle or way of thinking until you love yourself, and that takes a lot of work too, and that's really what I'm like been working on. And I feel like it's just a thing that will never stop because we're always changing, so we always have to fall in love with ourselves. But like truly loving who you are and forgiving yourself from things that in the past or your childhood or whatever, and learning to love the person that you are will make everything else in your life so much easier. And that my other thing is, it took me a long time. I remember back in high school I was going to go to therapy, and then I was like, I don't want to go to therapy, all this stuff. And therapy, I think, does not work unless you truly want it to. But that's something else that I'm a big advocate on now. I think everybody should go to therapy. I don't care if you had the most perfect childhood and every relationship you've ever had was perfect. I think therapy is beneficial to literally everyone. There's nothing that nobody's perfect. There's things that we could all go and talk about, better ourselves, even if it's just learning how to talk to other people like with respect. I feel like therapy really changed my life, and I always try to put like, I don't think I would date a guy that did not go to therapy. Like, you don't have to avidly go, like it's not like something that you have to do for the rest of your life, but like if you haven't had at least a point in your life where you went to therapy, because like I don't still go to therapy, I probably want to again. If you're dealing with something hard in your life, or I went for like a year straight right before I moved out to Vegas just because I wanted to be like mentally the strongest that I've been, and just know that like my hair. But yeah, mentally I wanted to be like in great like mental health when I moved out here and just work through a lot of things before I got out here, and I think it really helped me. It's not something you have to do forever. You could do it for 6 months or 3 months or whatever. You would know more after like going for a couple sessions like how much you really think you need or want to go, but I think it's good for everybody, even if you don't think you want it. Also, along with that and mental health, this is something new, and you guys know, if you've been watching me, you probably know, I just recently got into like working out and eating better, and this is gonna sound so dumb because I remember being like literally like depressed in high school, and people would be like, you just need to eat better and get more sleep and work out and don't eat junk food and you'll feel better. And I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. That is not a quick fix. Don't get me wrong. It is not you eat better and sleep more and work out and automatically you're healed from depression. No. But it does play a part into mental health, 100%, because it is your physical health and your mind. Me working out, I go, I do, and I talked about this with a therapist too, of like she was like, you need movement daily to get like energy. I'm very spiritual, and I think that there's energy all around the world, and definitely obviously energy within us. And by working out, even if you just do, you don't have to like go to the gym and lift weights or run around the track or run on a treadmill, but even just like walking on a treadmill or like taking a walk around the block, like any movement, doing yoga, like just stretching, any movement like that, it increases your endorphins, 1, and 2, it gets out all that energy that you have, like, and it puts it out into the universe, and it's just like, to me it just makes sense. So like that is why I work out. Obviously like I have fitness goals and whatever, but more than anything I work out to feel good. Like today I haven't gone to the gym and I feel like I want to go, but like it's just like a mental thing. Like I leave the gym feeling like pumped up, like good energy, good vibes, and it has nothing to do with like fitness anything, to be honest. It has more to do with like I just got all that out. Like I feel like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm gonna do a fitness video if you guys would like that. I think I'm gonna do one, and that'll be like more about like workouts and everything like that. But I personally find whatever works for you, but I personally like doing Pilates and cycle classes and yoga and stuff like that. Also with that, eating healthier, you don't have to eat like completely clean, but just better, like not fast food every day. I mean, just eat a little bit better. It could be crappy, but if you cook it at home, I feel like it's so much healthier. Plays a big role into like how I feel. And sleeping. Completely changed my sleep schedule when I started going to the gym, because I like to go in the morning before I go to work, so I would have to wake up earlier and I would be more tired by the time like the nighttime would come. So I go to sleep early now and I wake up early, but I get like a good 8 hours every single night. But yeah, I think that plays a big part in mental health as well. Like I said, I don't think it's a quick fix that everybody acts like it is, but I think doing those things on top of going to therapy and doing journaling and stuff like that honestly does like make a difference. And everyone's different, but I remember someone telling me this, unlike what you believe, but I remember someone telling me this when I was in cosmetology school, and this girl had told me, I was like, why do I always get asshole guys? Like, I don't understand. What about me screams like, I want to date an asshole? And she was like, you get what you put out there. So like if you put out that you will deal with an asshole, you're gonna attract asshole guys. And it just like clicked in my brain of like, she's so right. Like that is why I'm getting these asshole people, is because I'm putting out that like I'm cool with, like I'm not the type of person to like get loud or like yell or anything like that. So people that want to run around a person, like I was very easygoing. So I think, and then I think this for everything, for friendships, for anything you get, for jobs, you get the energy that you put out. So if you live a nice, positive, you're not gossiping, you're a positive person. I think positive things, and you're a good person, I think good and positive things will come to you. Just in general, if you put out bad energy, negative energy into the world, I think negative things are gonna come to you. It's just like how manifestation in the world and energies, it's just how it all works, because that's all you put out, so how is that not what you're gonna get? I think the same thing for making friends or making relationships or jobs. You need to hold yourself to a high standard. I will never, don't get me wrong, I go out a whole lot less since I started working out and stuff, but I go out maybe once a month. I will never go out and meet a man out and think he could be my future boyfriend, because that's not where I want to find a man. Like, I would want to find a man somewhere like a bookstore or the gym or the grocery store or something like that. Same thing with friends. If you meet friends out, they're gonna be just friends that you party with. They're not probably gonna be quality friends, because it's not the quality that you hold your life and standards to. Same with jobs. If you work jobs that aren't nice and you don't like the place where you're working for, it's probably not going to make you that happy. You should hold yourself to like a high standard so that everything in your life will meet that standard, because you're holding yourself to that standard, and that's the energy that you put out that you want to receive. So anyway, I hope this helped. I just kind of rambled a whole bunch. I probably had more stuff. I do have more stuff on here, but that's okay. If you guys want a part 2 of what I've learned, let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video, which will be my birthday vlog, because it's almost my birthday. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next Thursday. Peace out.